Sorry.
record. Okay, actor first, writer, uh, independent pro wrestler, martial artist, stuntman. I'm also a producer. So how I got started was so when I moved to Florida in 2017 from Massachusetts, Worcester, Massachusetts. Before then, I was living in Brooklyn, New York for 6 years. So I moved over here and I started training to be a pro wrestler. That's where I got a lot of my stunt training from being a professional wrestler. So a mentor of mine, Mike McClaskey, old wrestling veteran, he knew I had an aspiration to get into acting as well. I've always wanted to be on TV. I've always wanted to be in movies. So he seen a casting call on Facebook. It was a post for a movie Paperline. They were looking for young, black, athletic, African American males. So he saw that and he sent it to me. He's like, "Sounds like you." So I answered the call, the casting call. I sent them some videotape of me, some a headshot, and they picked me for the movie. So I was on the set of Paperline for 3 days. I had a small role. My character's name is Roman. Basically, Paperline's an all black martial arts film about a HB basically so black college fraternity in Florida. That's what it's about. It's a really cool movie. It's on Amazon Prime and Tubi. So that was my first movie that I was ever in. Then from there, I got a extra role in a movie feature film, 115 Grains. After that, I landed my first lead role in a short film, Sunshine. It's up on my YouTube channel right now, Kareem Everson. It has actually 21K views. It's funny because I was never planning on posting it on my YouTube channel, but my girlfriend said I should. She's like, "It's really good. I like it." I didn't think it was that great, but it has a lot of views. It's pretty cool. So being a part of those projects inspired me to start writing. So I was motivated to start writing my own stuff for me to star in. So I started writing. I got with my mentor Mike McClaskey. We started writing a film, Dream Reels. It's a 3 minute short. I did as an action short. Uh, Preston, who was on, what was he on last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Preston Kane, he was in Dream Reels. That was actually his first acting gig. I got him his first acting role because we knew each other from wrestling. I'm actually the champion of his wrestling company. I don't know if you mentioned that. He has a wrestling company, Florida Gulf Coast Wrestling. So I got into acting. I brought him in, and we did that movie together, Dream Reels, and we just had this really cool action scene. It was awesome. Dream Reels was kind of inspired by so like I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. So in the movie, you see me with a fedora hat, a suit. I'm walking in the club. The bartender, the waitress starts hitting on me. Turns out she is the girlfriend of the club owner who happens to be the boss of the biggest gang in town. So that leads to his goons coming after me, and there's a fight. It's really cool. And so we're actually so that I did that in 2022. December 18, 2022, Dream Reels. It's on my Facebook channel. Looking back, I probably should have put it in a film festival, but I was still new to acting, so I didn't know anything about festivals. I just did it and I posted it up on YouTube, on Facebook. So we're probably gonna pick up Dream Reels again and turn it into a series next year, 2025, and Tom Swift is gonna direct it. So yeah. And I feel like I'm rambling. You want to ask me some more questions?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Anybody has specific questions? Anything that comes to mind? I have some, but I want you guys to go first.
okay,
Robin.
okay.
How do we follow you?
So you can follow me on Facebook, Kareem. I'm also on Instagram. I have two Instagrams. I have Big Screen Kareem, and then I have Insta King of Cool. And on my YouTube channel, Kareem Everson. And that's Kareem Kareem Everson Everison. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I also want to talk about Guard My Heart. So Guard
Oh
My
yeah.
Heart, yes. Guard My Heart was actually the third film that I wrote and produced, and I also starred in. So we're having a premiere October 5th at Cinema 6 in Port Richey, 10 a.m. We're having two premieres that day. So we're having the first premiere at the movie theaters in the morning at 10 a.m. And then we're gonna have a second screening and an after party at the Chill Cafe shop in Bel Rico, which is where we filmed most of the scenes at the coffee shop. So Guard My Heart, basically, because I'm also a licensed security officer. That's what I do for a living as well. So Guard My Heart is special to me because in the movie I played Devin Williams, a security guard whose friend is an artist, and she's preparing for an art show. So she just renovated this new art gallery. So she hires these movers to bring her work in the gallery. Me being a security, I installed cameras, because she has some pieces that are worth thousands of dollars. So now in the night, my character, I see these movers, they come back and they're burglars and they try to steal her work. Their main target is a heart painting. Now, the heart painting, it's very sentimental because in the movie, the reason how my character Devin and Michelle Michelle Miller, how our characters became friends was we met in the hospital. My character's sister was dying from cancer. Her fiance at the time was in a car wreck, so he died in the hospital. So we met and we bonded from that situation. So our characters love each other, but they're not in love. So when she was telling the curator about the heart painting, the curator's like, "There's some words on the heart. What does it mean?" So the words are spelled backwards, but she tells her it means Devin, because when Avery died, he's the one that kept my heart going. So it's a lot of Guard My Heart is a lot of action. It's really, really awesome. And the artwork in the film is actually my own original pieces because I'm also a painter. I painted a lot of the art in the movie. So I wanted to kind of showcase my art, and it's really awesome. Centerpiece in the movie, the heart that these guys are after, is a collaboration piece with my girlfriend, who's also an actress, who's also in the movie, Alexia.
Nice.
So shout out to her. Yeah.
So, question, I gotta say this. Many people in here are actors, actresses, but they're also artists, painters, writers. Okay, so it's good to have you share that, because I always try to make Tama like a family-oriented, online school. It's very important to connect.
Yeah.
So, but question: Guard My Heart, you wrote it, you produced it, and you starred in it.
Yes.
How do you do all that at once?
Well, you gotta have a team behind you. You gotta have well, first you gotta have a vision. You gotta be determined to do it. You know what I mean? You gotta plan things out, and then you just get a group of people who are talented, of course, and who share the same aspiration, and that's to get this film completed. I had a lot of help, a lot of help. It wasn't just me alone. So I wrote majority of Guard My Heart, but it was also it was also a collaborative piece with my mentor, the guy who got me into acting, Mike McClaskey. So we co-wrote Guard My Heart. So I didn't want to direct it. I wanted to focus on acting and then focus on the action. So I I reached out to a friend of mine, talented guy, Joel Goldberg. So he's the director of Guard My Heart. He's also the cinematographer and he's also the editor. um, but yeah, there was a lot of people that helped make this project happen, and I'm really excited for the premiere. I'm really happy. And I reached out to so I'm also in a stunt team called the Nappy Ninja stunt team. So yeah,
Nappy
yeah,
ninjas.
the Nappy Ninja stunt team. Yeah. So how that stunt team came about was in the movie Paperline. I met a lot of martial artists, and we formed a stunt team. Me and some of them. The main guy who was also the stunt coordinator of Paperline. His name is Ace. We call him Ace. His name is Elvin Eberhart. So he was also the fight coordinator for Guard My Heart. So I brought him on board, and he also started the movie as well. He was one of the burglars. We call them the Ace Movers. So the burglars are named after him because he actually just moved to Atlanta. So it's sort of like an inside joke. So the Ace Movers. Yeah. So yeah.
That's cool.
Thank
I mentioned in here, I'm writing a script. I'm starting. Austin is a script writer. He's writing a script. Do you have any advice on people that want to write a script or are writing one?
Okay, I'd say to make it easier, what I do, I brainstorm. So all these ideas that I have, I put it all down on a piece of paper, and then I just format it and kind of make it into a story. But I just add dialogue, and it's not easy, but it's something that if you're passionate about, it can be done. And don't be afraid to reach out to some friends for some advice, some co-writers. It's not, don't be afraid to do that. But I'd say just take your time with it as well. Take your time. It's just like a movie, you can't I mean you could film a movie in a day, but it's not really gonna be as successful as if you let it bake in the oven, you cook it up a little good, put some
Like a
seasoning.
baby.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
what I say. Just take your time with it. And yeah, just I feel like depending on what genre movie you want to do, like you could find inspiration from it. Even watch other movies and see if you can find some inspiration from other films, but always make it original. Whatever you do, just make it your own.
And what is what is producing? It's a general question.
Producing is mainly so okay, so I could be wrong, but for me, producing is I produce the script. Without the script, there's no movie, right? And then exactly what I do is I put my own money into this project. I or if it's not money, is whatever resources I have to help bring the project to life. So for me, that's producing. That's what I call producing, and that's what I've done.
Okay. All right. Now, Austin over there, the big guy, looks very formidable and scary, which he's
What's up,
not in real
Austin? I remember Austin from last time I was on.
life.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Doing all right.
He's where do I start with you, Austin? I mean, ex-Marine, stunts. He does a lot. What current what we haven't spoken on in a while, Austin. What currently are you up to?
Well, working my main job right now, but I've had people reach out to me already for wanting me to audition for things, so it's kind of interesting how tides have turned. No longer requesting for auditions, people are asking me to audition. So, um, still working on my script. Um, I'd have to say that's probably the hardest part of everything is setting time aside for that. But my I did a course. David's about to do the same thing through Chuck Serginski, and it was a good screenwriters course. Learned a lot of good information, and I'd have to say probably the biggest thing that I learned from that is that if you can tell yourself that you can get a page a day, you can typically have a feature film done in 90 days. And that's currently actually what I'm writing right now is a feature film, a military based on the Iraq War, because I served 3 tours over in Iraq. So I'm trying to write something based on my experiences, my brothers and sisters' experiences, not necessarily based on a true story, but based on experiences. Kind of like something like Saving Private Ryan. It's not necessarily based on a true story, but based on experiences. So
Awesome, man. That's what's up. And thank you for your service, bro.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. So I have some people in my corner that could probably help me get my script looked at by some big names. But I got to get it done first. That's the key thing.
Yeah, and see, but you got to get it done, and you will. You definitely will. I'm actually happy for you, bro. Congrats. That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations.
And I, Karima, I stirred the pot there for a lot of reasons, but one of them is you're a stuntman. And if Austin, as things progress step by step, which is the whole creative process of what we do, perhaps maybe that he could use you in his film. So,
Hey, I'm all for it, Austin. Let me know. Say when I'm ready, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna need it. And I hope you'd be willing to get launched. I'm hoping that if whoever I can get to pick it up we'll be able to have a production company that we can do wires and everything because there's explosions, gunfire, I mean everything. So I'm definitely gonna need all sorts of stuff for stunts and everything I'm trying to make it. If you remember the first 30 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, that was probably as realistic as you're gonna get of what the landing of D-Day was in Normandy. My goal is to make it, my battle scenes that I'll have in there is to make it as realistic as what I experienced and what it really was. That gave a taste to the American people and everybody of what war is really like. And that's my goal, is to make people understand that, pardon my French, but war is fucked up. And but we always seem to have it. And it's important to support our military and our veterans and for the things that they've done and the things that they've seen and the ones that don't come home. And that's the whole point of my film, is to bring that to light, make sure everybody never forgets it.
Oh yeah. I got a lot of respect for the military. My girlfriend's actually a Navy veteran. I wanted to join the Army, but I wasn't that smart enough for the ASVAB.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't ever tell yourself that, man. Everybody's smart enough for it. So
I mean,
tell your girlfriend I said tell your girlfriend I said thank you for her service.
I will. Thank you. I will. I'm still young enough to go, but it's not my goal anymore. My dream. I'm trying to make it film industry. Yeah.
I wanted to go when I was younger, but they told me everything that I wanted to do at that time I couldn't do because I was a woman. And I was like, well, what do I want to join your military for?
Wow.
I can't do anything I want to do.
Wow. Well, you can throw a mean axe, so that's a start. You show them. See
what I'm saying? This is why they should have accepted me.
Yeah.
This is why they should have let me do what I wanted to do.
Oh wow, their loss, your gain. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All they wanted to.
I told David, even in my film, I said I could probably use you as a senator or something, or somebody trying to Secretary of the Navy, where he's doesn't fully understand the magnitude of what his orders are, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking. I know what kind of character you're talking about. Hey, listen, I'm going to say this because everybody here is always looking for auditions. So I'm going to ask you, Kareem, how do you find the right people for auditions? What is your process? Everybody's a little bit different, but how do you find actors for your films?
Okay, well, as far as Guard My Heart goes, I already knew the actors because so I've been in this industry since 2022. So I've worked with a lot of actors on different projects. I think the most actors that I've worked on is probably on Tom Swift's project, Heaven Song. There's so many actors, Florida actors in that project. A lot of them I kind of casted myself. I brought a lot of them to Tom. I introduced them to a lot of them, Preston being one of them. So it's like I kind of already knew when I was writing who I know and what role I think would suit them. And other films where I've had, like, say, Spiritual Lenses, another short film of mine. That project, how I cast it was I just put a casting call on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that for the OIF project originally, the OIF challenge. And I posted that in the group, and there was a lot of people that submitted through email that they were interested in being in the project. So we just looked over their headshot, their reel, and that's how I decide, who should be in the project or not.
Good. Yeah. You have to be outgoing to be an actor or a writer or script writer, whoever you are. Because everybody's nervous about the whole process because everybody wants to be accepted or something, but you have to just go beyond that.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. Yeah, okay. So you say you got to be outgoing to be in this industry. I'm not really an outgoing guy, to be honest. Like growing up, I was very shy, but I just don't let things like that hold me back. You feel me? Like this is my dream. This is what I want to do. And for some reason, when the camera comes on, I come alive. I'm myself, but kind of up a different level. I don't know, my confidence grows when I'm on camera. I love it. So
Good. I like that answer. It's a very good answer. Um, now I warm the soup. Does anybody have any questions?
what kind of soup is that?
Minestrone, it's all different kinds. So, does anybody have questions about auditions?
I
About,
do.
go ahead.
Um, how do we reach you on Facebook?
On Facebook, just search Kareem Everson. And
Okay.
if you see a guy wearing sunglasses, most likely it's me.
All right.
Yeah.
Questions about writing, ideas, producing. This man does like a lot of things.
If I need you for stunt work, you willing to shave that beard? Because if you're being in the military, you're gonna have a clean face.
I'm willing as long as I don't have to touch the hair, bro. But as far as the beard, I'm willing. Yeah. I'm
It's
We
willing.
might have to figure out a way to cover that up then to make it so they can't see that you still got long hair. Because they
Yeah.
gotta have the whole military look, but we could figure something out.
Cool. All right, cool.
How do you start with ideas? Like I have ideas that I wanted to write just because I have ideas to write.
Well, okay.
But
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
like I had an idea with UFOs and psychic stuff that I wanted to explore writing. But I was wondering, how do you put your ideas into like a script
So I
once you
first
have?
so first I brainstorm, I put all the ideas down. And so how I format it, like, so when I first started ever writing a script, I knew I wanted to write a script. I knew I had all these ideas and I started brainstorming, but I didn't know how to format it. So what I did, I Googled how to write a script, how to format a script. And it pretty much gave me the interior, exterior. So interior meaning inside, exterior outside, and you got to tell the audience what day it is in the scene or where the location is. And that's pretty much how I've done it. And then you add the dialogue in there. Um, I so when it comes to like an action, like your character is doing an action, you kind of I believe you don't put that in you don't capitalize it. I think it's just the names of the characters, like when they're about to speak their dialogue, that it should their name should be um capitalized, like a heading. That's what I believe. So that's how I do it. I'm a little unorthodox. I could be wrong. I don't know, but
There's actually there's good software and programs out there
yeah.
that you can pay for, and they're not that expensive. That's a matter of fact what I use. There's some software out there, and it auto formats everything for you. And if you don't understand it, it'll actually explain it to you.
Yeah,
So
that's true. A good app is a CellTX or Celtics, I believe it's called. That's a good
Mhm.
one. Yeah, that's a really good one. But here's the thing though. The good thing about scripts is besides the actors and yourself and maybe the director and all that, no one sees the script. The audience don't see the script. So when it comes to filming, you can even change things up on the fly. So don't I wouldn't really get a good solid script, yes. But okay, so a good solid script would be if you want to sell your script, or pass it off to investors, I guess, to take a look at. But as far as if you just want to make a film and do it, I wouldn't really put too much emphasis on how perfect the script is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as the formatting goes.
Right. It's like when a woman gives birth,
Like
the baby comes out, but it's not. It's needs to be cleaned off.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
their baby.
be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared to like make changes and so forth.
Yeah. If it's yours, it's yours. It's nobody else's.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. It's like so I'll tell you what. So Preston and Tom, we just finished a project, a thriller, Enigma in the Woods.
Yeah.
So the script started with I started writing the script first. Then Tom came involved, Preston. The story idea was Preston's. He came to me to write the script. So we all kind of collaborated on that. But when it came time to filming, most of the stuff in the script kind of went out the door. We needed to adjust things on the fly because there were some people that kind of backed out of the project. So we used the people we had, and the story, man, this film is amazing. Like I can't wait for everyone to see it. It's really good. And that's another thing you got to worry about as well. You got to be able to adapt on the fly when it comes to a script, you got to be able to change things up. And I'd say when you write a movie, in a way, kind of, you gotta be able to make it as like anything can change. Like you can write the story different ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
Even if it looks like a complete mess, it's like,
I mean, so as far as filming goes, what I've learned is that like each filmmaker has their own creative vision, like the film could look, as long as the story flows, it's fine, but the film doesn't have to look perfect, but you need to have great sound. If you don't have good sound, unless it's a silent film, if you don't have good sound, the movie is just trash. Like,
yeah, it's amazing. It's always amazing to me. You would
yeah.
think the lighting would be first. No, it's a sound.
Oh, it's the sound for sure, because what if the audience doesn't know if you wanted the movie to look that way? You know what I mean? What if you
That's
just
true.
look that
Okay.
way?
Yeah.
So the sound is very important.
Sweet. And you're located in Florida. What part of Florida?
Yes. So I just moved from Tampa. I was living in Tampa since 2017, and I just relocated to Kissimmee. So I'm near Orlando.
Okay, yeah, that's a little okay. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So so once again, we can locate you, find you, spy on you, surveillance, okay, on your Facebook, see what's going on.
Yeah.
Also on Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram. I have two Instagrams, Insta King of Cool and Big Screen Kareem. That's
Okay.
where I'm located on Instagram. And on Facebook, Kareem Everson. On YouTube, Kareem Everson. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm really excited to I just love film. I love being in the industry. I love acting, and I love creating. That's what I love creating. I believe God created me to create. The creator created me to create. So because I've
Yeah.
always been very creative when it comes to, like, I paint a lot, I draw, I write. I love creating fight scenes. Like a lot of the films that I've done, like I've even done little short action um films on YouTube. The sound wasn't that great, but I just felt like, so I visited a park one day with my girlfriend and I saw this location. I'm like, you know what? I want to film something here. So I reached out to a few of my friends and we created something. And that's on my YouTube channel. It's called The Rescue. There's one called The Search. So I kind of tied it together. So it shows me in all tactical gear, just so in The Search, I'm in tactical gear. I have a gun and you see me scoping out this building. Like it looks like I'm trying to find somebody, but you don't actually see the person. Then I receive a phone call in the end. I said it's all clear. The search is all clear. So then in the next one, is when I go rescue that person. So if people really pay attention, his story kind of ties in. And I wanted to create. So that's what I did. So
So
yeah.
you look at like a park, or you look at a building, or you look at wherever you're at. You look at it in more of a creative way, while other people just say, "Oh, that's a park,"
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
How do you generate? What kind of mindset do you wake up in the morning for to get into that mode?
I'm
What do you
honestly,
do?
honestly, David, I'm always thinking about filming. I'm probably a little too
Okay.
much. I'm always thinking about what can I make, what film can I make, what can I create, and I don't know. It just happens. To be honest, it's just something that happens. And a lot of the shorts that I've done, I've also choreographed the fight scenes on my own. So I'm not a great stunt coordinator, but I could hold my own. And the stuff that I've done, it came out pretty good. And that's another thing, when you have fight scenes, you got to be able to you got the actors that you choose. if they're not stuntmen, they gotta know, you gotta be able to train them. Like there's an actor that I've worked with on a lot of my shorts recently. His name is Axel. Really great actor. He's not a stuntman, not a martial artist, but he's easy to work with. He's easy to coach. And we've worked together and the stuff it came out looking pretty awesome. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like we can reach out to you and be active in the whole process, even ask you what you're up to and things like that, because you might be able to use us.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, and you know what kind of what gets me kind of makes me feel some type of way, I guess, is like I've met so many actors, like I know so many actors, and I wanna work with everybody. I want to help everybody, but it's like, man, you can't fit everybody in every project. And it makes me feel bad. So that's why, like, going forward, because most of the time in most of my projects, like I've said, I've casted people for the role, but like going forward, I see the importance of auditions. That way, everyone has a fair shot at the role. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love working with people. So
Good. That's huge. All
yeah.
right. Does anybody have any more questions?
Ask me questions, please. Answer. I answer. Please ask me.
Actually, I just wanted to say congratulations to a lot of people because you're doing a lot of things and you got a lot of talent. So
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah.
And what's your name? I'm not seeing your name on here.
Sarah.
Sarah, thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that.
Very
Got
cool.
one for you.
Okay.
I am also an actress and writer in Florida.
Awesome.
And I'm fairly new down here. I just moved down here right before Hurricane Ian.
Oh, wow. Well,
Got
welcome.
smacked right in the face with it. But do you know of any great resources for actors in the area?
Okay. So for actors, like I'd say, okay, so there's a lot of, on Facebook, there's a lot of like, I want to say casting networks, I guess, online on Facebook. There's cab casting. Uh, they actually got me through cab casting. I actually was a part of Cobra Kai. I got to be a part of that. I was a martial arts spectator, which is pretty cool. And they pay each role they pay. You can search like pretty much like Florida casting or Orlando casting, and you see a lot of casting calls. And there's also the OIF Tampa, OIF Orlando. They're really big. It's like an organization where they have like challenges where you write a script. So you write a script and you send it in with a deadline. You send it into the organization, organizers, and if they like your script, they choose it. If they choose it, they give you a deadline to create the movie based on your script. Now, the only thing is that most of their challenges are like 8-minute shorts. Like they have to be like 8 minutes. I think the longest is like 9 minutes. So when all the movies are complete, what they do, they have a screening. They show your movie at AMC Theater. They have a big award ceremony. You get nominated for awards. They have an after party. So a lot of the local talent actors are really into the OIF. So my first OIF was last year, September 2nd, last year. I entered my script, Spiritual Lenses. It's a short that I did. That's also on my YouTube channel. It's a faith-based short. Basically, me and my co-star and also co-writer, Jennifer Brewer, we were spiritual evangelists. So we use spiritually anointed sunglasses. And when we put these sunglasses on, we can see into the spiritual realm. We can see demons attacking people. So now what the audience sees when they watch it, they see these people are really messed up. They're drunk. They see us praying for the people in the natural realm, right? And then they also see us fighting these demons in a martial arts style. So it's really cool. And
it's on your YouTube channel.
yes,
Korean
it is.
Neighbors. Yeah,
Yes, it's on my YouTube channel.
Good.
It was also, I was nominated. God is good, man. I was nominated for Best Director because I directed that one. So I was nominated for Best Director at the Christian International Film and Music Festival a couple months ago. I didn't win, but God got the glory.
You know, you were in it.
Congratulations anyway. That's still a
Thank you.
big thing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it
And
is.
also, Spiritual Lenses is going to be screened again on the 28th of this month at the Fear Fame Film Festival. So yeah.
Very
So
cool.
I'll say OIF. So OIF for sure. And if you add me on Facebook, I'll send you some stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm actually fairly familiar with OIF. I'm in one of
Okay.
the films that's being screened tomorrow.
Hey, congrats.
So I'm
Okay.
fairly familiar, still kind of getting into what it all is and getting
Yeah.
into the community. So, but I'd
You're in.
love to connect.
Awesome. Well, you're in, so that's good. That's good. I say that's the best place to start for sure.
Definitely. All right. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna say thank you for being here, and everybody get a copy of this. I'm speaking, of course, to you guys, but people that aren't here tonight. So a recording, Kareem, of course, you'll get it. Preston will get one, and so will Tom. So
Who are
all
those
right.
guys? Preston? Who's that? Tom? Who's that? No, I'm kidding. But hey, David, I appreciate you having me on again. And
Sure. And
everyone,
tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Yes.
yes, I'll be there. I won't be late this time. So
No, I'll send you the link. So.
okay, if I can just say to everyone, thank you for allowing me to speak to you guys. I love talking with you guys, and some of you guys I've met before. Like I've met Austin before. I've been on here before. I think Daria, we're friends on Facebook. Some of you guys I haven't really met, and I appreciate talking with you, and thank you for your time. And if you guys, and feel free to connect with me. And if you guys are free October 5th, feel free to come out and see Guard My Heart. It's a really, really cool film, and I think you all would enjoy it. All right.
Cool. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.